All right, and these are some of the, let's say, interesting political guests that we hosted on the show. And some of them, before we hosted them, tulitandikwa sana online. Some of them tulitandikwa after tumehost. Some even during the live. Obinna, read the room. We are trying to reject. Nini. But this was some of the political guests that we hosted, and they were quite interesting. Enjoy.
I talked about things I didn't know. Remember the Musando affair?
Yeah, when ulipata gari huko Roysambu.
Imagine, and I said about some things.
Which ulikuwa unafanya nini huko?
Imagine it, well, sijaokoka.
Like Musando goes missing, then you just happen to be somewhere. I was
called by someone from a media house and told, unajua ile gari inatafutwa iko hapa Roysambu 1 2 3.
Na ukasema you can't send your aides.
Sasa kwa nini tumeenda kwa nini? That's why I'm telling you, Obinna, just to give it to context, that's why I'm being very, very, very careful and very measured, yeah.
Okay.
Because you can imagine, like 7 years, how much I've suffered, or being accused of something which I know from the deep of my heart that I wouldn't do some few things.
So you had nothing to do with it?
I had nothing to do with it, of course.
In Sando's
never, and I've really, really suffered. And I'm very, very careful, especially in situations where human beings are concerned, human life is concerned. You might find yourself saying something, and you just find yourself on the wrong lane. It happens.
Okay.
And because you have never gotten yourself in that kind of an experience, I will be very sparing in terms of getting involved, saying something that you are not sure.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So you'll not say anything you're not sure of. You said you don't know.
And what I'm saying for, if it turns out there's an abduction,
yes,
or something, sinister,
yes,
I'll be the first one to speak out and to condemn it.
Good. But you are in the government.
Yeah.
So the government is not in control because people are missing and the government has no idea.
I do believe
where the people are going. That means
I do believe
who's in charge?
I do believe, Obinna, that the respective security agents, and security matters are very sensitive. I do believe, that I'm not speaking about it, or that someone is not calling me about it. It's the same way that I will not tell them about everything about public service. Sometimes you just respect people's lanes. You let the processes run their full course. Doesn't mean that something is not being done. For example, yeah.
Kizungu mingi na catwalk. You've actually gone round and round and round. You've not addressed the elephant in the room. Basically, the government has no idea who is abducting us. So that means the government is not in control. That means, as a country, tuko kwa shida. The ones who are supposed to protect us don't know even who is abducting us.
Sasa kwa nini unaweka maneno kwa mdomo yangu ndugu? Nimekwambia, I believe something is being done.
We believe in what we don't know. What you know, you don't believe in.
Yeah.
We believe what you know. Like, do you know how to walk? You know how to walk. I believe I can. No. If you know, you know. If you don't know, then you believe. So if you believe, that means you don't know. And if you don't know and you're in the government,
well, security matters are very sensitive, Obinna.
But you're supposed to be informed.
And as I'm telling you that, by the way, not everybody in government is supposed to be informed about security matters. Security matters is a privileged information.
Okay.
That is privileged information.
Sawa.
Yeah?
Let's come
and sometimes you leave it like that, rest. And I'm telling you, the personal experience I had 7 years ago, whether I'm a minister or not, makes me very, very, very cautious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's come down to the Mandamano.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen Gen Z are protesting, and we are supporting them, myself included. Why are police using force, and they are protesting peacefully?
Let me first of all start by saying, this is the most peaceful demonstrations.
Exactly.
From both sides.
Yeah, but we've lost two people.
Yeah, which is very, very unfortunate. And I really
Have the police lost anybody?
Well, you saw that police also lose their hands.
That is carelessness or accident in the line of duty. Nobody threw the tear gas. He had it, but we were shot at. Why are we using live bullets to peaceful protesters? You are in the government. Well, why are we throwing tear gas? The Gen Zs are just dancing and saying, no, we don't want the finance bill. Why?
Well, I think even Gen Z are saying that. I saw some of them saying that they want a different flavor of tear gas.
Yeah.
Maybe, sometimes democratic right, sometimes, you give the people what they want,
Let's get serious. Those ones are there, it's only the jokes and everything. But why are police using force?
Yeah. I think
To what
to
end?
be fair, let us be fair to each other.
Okay.
I have been fair to the demonstrators. I think, unlike all other demonstrations, even starting from my 11th floor office of Harambee House, looking at the demonstrations, I was a student leader at the University of Nairobi, and I read the most massive demonstrations ever seen on this country. Sometimes looking at these demonstrations, they look sweet, they look romantic, So it's good, it's very peaceful.
Demonstration romantic.
No, they look cool, They look somehow cool, because I wish, and I think that's also a lesson. And one of the best things that is happening now is the lack of political heads on these demonstrations that are happening. I go to Paris now and then. In Paris, in the morning, you find demonstrations going this way, in the afternoon this way. You don't even know which demonstration you are in, and it's become a way of life. I think slowly, as we emerge, this is going to be a way of life whereby people are going to feel free to go and demonstrate and go and express what they don't like about this and that. So the demonstrations have been largely peaceful. The police, even though there have been incidents of tear gas, etc., regrettably.
Not etc.
Yeah.
Live bullets, we've lost 2. Others have been abducted. Question is why?
Let's not revisit questions of abductions. We have I think we have spent.
Let's talk death.
Death is regrettable at all times.
But why are police using force?
Death is regrettable at all times.
Because ukanipeleka Paris, ukanirudisha kwa Harambee, ni ukarudisha kwa azizi yako ya ya demonstrations, but tunaongea kwa sasa.
Yeah.
We have this big issue. Hata kesho tuko kwa ground. Okay?
Tomorrow, let's say, for example, tomorrow. Let's just do tomorrow, just to give a context to the past. Yeah? Give me a minute. If the CS for Interior today has released the rules, I think you guys followed that, on what should be done. If those things are followed, why would there be need to use tear gas? Why would there be need to use force? He said clearly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Freedom of expression is guaranteed in the Constitution. Freedom of association is guaranteed in the Constitution. If we all keep to the lanes of decency, why would there be a problem?
Which are?
No violence.
Who's been
keep
fighting?
To the lanes.
Gen Zs have not fought anybody.
Keep to the lanes.
They can't even fight. They are our children. Your sons or your grandchildren.
Absolutely.
They are
my grandchildren.
Okay. Sorry, your sons.
My son.
But why are police using force? You've not answered that, Mheshimiwa. You're still going heavy.
Sometimes police use force because demonstrators also cross the line of what is legit. And what I'm asking for, first of all, is a Kenyan, secondly, is a parent, thirdly, is someone who is in government. I would just wish to say, if everybody would keep play to the rules. And I think there's a member of parliament, I think for some place called Mbeere North, who has put in a bill of how we should do this demonstration, etc. Let people not see it as a bad thing, because we need to be a country led by the rule of law. By the way, Somalia, during the time of Siad Barre, maybe you are not born, they were cheering those people there until today, because of not playing to the rules. There's no country, there's a country called Somalia, but to see what they have gone through. Because if we don't have a playbook, a rules book, if we don't play by the rules, the result is anarchy. That anarchy, by the way, is not going to consume government. It's going to consume citizens and everybody.
Mheshimiwa, those
do you have any problem with following the rules?
No. We don't have a problem with following the rules.
Yeah.
But if the rules are oppressive,
yeah,
let's bring, what's the elephant in the room? The Finance Bill 2024, right? It's being shoved down our throats. 99% of the country is like, we don't want. You've been an MP for, you said 10 years.
Yeah.
Why are we still discussing it? Why can't they just do away with it, then we start afresh? Why are they pretending like they're peeling some parts, they're removing some parts?
You can't do without a finance bill. It is in the Constitution.
Good.
Unless you want to overthrow you can't.
Good.
You can say how the finance bill looks like.
Good. You can't do without. No.
A finance bill is part of the Constitution.
Which is okay.
You can only say, mimi finance bill ya blue sitaki, nataka hii ya red.
Yes, Mheshimiwa. Now the solution is here. I have a solution for you.
Yes.
Why don't we suspend it, then we extend the one that we are using before as we amend, and then we start again with a new one. Happened in 2022.
Where do you come from? Do you vote?
Yes, I do.
Where do you come from?
It doesn't matter. It does not.
No, you have an MP, isn't it?
Yes, I have an MP.
But he is there. Sisi kama serikali tumemaliza.
My MP voted no.
Correct. Democracy. Club. Mwingine akavuti yes. Ili unataka mwingine vote no, mwingine vote yes. Na tutakuwa nchi nzuri sana.
Mpaka hii kitu mafuta hivi.
Hapana.
Tunaongea hivi. In 2022
wacha kuinyambia because you know
in 2022 it was extended. Why can't we do it again?
Sasa siwaambie mbunge wako na mimi niwaambie wangu.
Tushaambia mbunge wetu but why are you guys buying?
Sasa unajua mbunge shida ni gani?
Yes.
7 million people. Si nimekwambia?
Wachana na 7 million people.
Sasa hii 7 million hakuvote. Wacha wewe vote. Unajua 7 million people hakuvote. 7 million people hakuvote.
Yes.
Sasa hiyo wanajaribu kuvote
hapo.
Hapana, usitoke hapo because me I don't want my son grow up to akifikiria kutovote ni vizuri halafu aende aanze kulalamika. Hapana, tukubaliane. Do you agree to be voting?
I voted.
Go and tell these other 7 million people who never voted, if you don't vote, you get what you deserve.
Now you see all the Gen Zs on the street, we are getting votes.
Very good. And do you know something? I was doing my projection. You know, I've done a degree in statistics. Do you know what I think? By 2027, the Gen Zs will have 12 million votes. If they are serious, please come and vote me out. Okay. Come and send me home. I go and eat together.
Do you want to know the twist to this story?
Yeah.
When people are voting and they're saying 7 million people did not vote, this finance bill is not in action.
Precisely. But maybe if I'm the wrong government, and you use your 7 million, I will not be anywhere near creating a finance bill. You will have to live with your consequences.
Mheshimiwa umezunguka, ukaimarinate, ukanini.
Wewe unataka kusikia. Let us have a country. And you know I respect you for even having me on this show. This is what we need as a country. Wengine wanapenda, wengine wapendi.
Which is okay. But majority wamesha sema no. Why are we still forcing it?
Majority gani? Sisi tuko bunge sasa.
Tuko bunge ndio, inaendelea. Watu wameona.
By the way, do you know this finance? If you ask me, from an executive point of view, executive, government, Gava,
yes.
Wacha bunge. From Gava point of view, this bill was largely withdrawn. If you look at the concessions that were made before this bill was tabled to parliament, mukate out, sijui gari out, sijui nini out.
Mumefanya ile kitu ya baba shikeni kaswiti ni nini so we know na mukaficha mavitu zenyu huko ndani. Like for example, let's just talk about a few of the taxes that are there.
Good.
Let's talk about the sugarcane transportation.
Huh?
The tax on sugarcane transportation.
I think if I was MPs tomorrow, I will remove that one.
Okay.
You see?
Okay.
If I was an MP tomorrow, and for the few who listen to me,
motor vehicle
will be removed. Kitambo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Land.
I think it is going to be removed. I have seen
a swelling.
Yes, because I'm not in parliament. I quit there. Mulinitoa.
Let's talk about cancer.
And you know what you're saying here.
Let's talk about cancer first, Mheshimiwa. Before to deviate.
No, I don't have to deviate. I just want to applaud you. I just want to applaud you because
I appreciate.
That is a conversation.
But now,
that is a conversation we should be having on specific issues.
Sasa tunatuangana tuko kwa war front. Yes. Tuwache hizi zingine. Tunamenyana sasa.
Yes.
Turudi hapa kwa cancer. Who taxes cancer treatment?
It is wrong.
Why don't you tell? The president is your friend.
President amemaliza na yake. President is not a dictator. President is spectator kama wewe hata Oga Obinna Show sahi. Amemaliza, iko na kina Babu. Kina Radwa.
So who is buying the MPs?
Mimi siko na receipt.
The finance bill.
Mimi siko na receipt. I just had one MP say they were being bought. Yeah, okay. You know, one man against 349.
It takes one brave person.
Yeah, to produce receipts.
Mlani nilikuwa mama akacheka kwa hii.
Cheka hadi yako ya mwisho.
Haya,
utanifollowiwa hadi ya mwisho. Enjoy your life.
Okay. Why is the government so focused on chasing ghost leaders?
Kama gani?
The leader for the Gen Z.
Who is the leader for Gen Z?
It's a ghost leader. That's the whole point.
No, I don't. I
You know, someone is paying the Gen Z. And it's just young people who are self-driven, and they're like, hey, wait a minute, and they're very woke, and they're opinionated, and they're like, no, we don't like this thing, and we're gonna. It's not like the millennials. The millennials were like, tunangoja mtu atuambie tuende hivi, mtu atuambie turushe mawe, mtu atuambie. Gen Z walikam peke yao.
Obinna. First of all,
yes.
I'll answer your question, but let me ask you, why are you so confident to say MPs are being bought, but Gen Zs are not being bought? Wewe nijibu.
So Gen Z.
Wewe nijibu. Umesema mbunge amesema.
Between me and you, who relates with Gen Zs more?
Huh? Who?
Between me and you.
You never know. How many do you sponsor? Mimi nisiponyoa wengi, so.
Oh, okay.
Tuachie hapo tu.
Touche. However, why is the government so focused on looking for ghost leaders? Like, oh, we're looking for this person.
I don't think. I think I just had one person. I think talk about people being sponsored.
Okay.
For me, it doesn't matter whether people are being sponsored or not. Okay. What I would die for is honest conversations. Okay. Like what we're having here, and realizing that for every conversation there are two sides of the coin. Wengine watapenda, wengine watakuwa namna hii. You know, and that's, you know, really, everybody wants the best for this country. Okay. And I really like what's happening, because now I feel confident kidogo of the kind of country that I'm going to give to my children, where people know what is good for them. Even being unrealistic and unreasonable is democratic right. It's part of the country growing.
Who's being unrealistic?
Maybe you would think I'm being unreasonable, unrealistic. Maybe I would think the same of you. All I'm just saying is these two sides of the coin to every conversation is something very good for this country. It's something that we need to nurture. And personally, for the remaining part, time for me on that.
Don't manage me. Unani manage. Oh, I like these conversations. They have to. Is the third time you're saying it? Is the third time you're saying it? Ndio hii niko na notes zangu hapa.
Niandikie vile nitakujibu.
Oh wow, okay. You like the way people are open 3 times. I'm like, come on.
You are bullying me. Wacha kunipute bana.
Let's shift conversation.
Tafuta wale wasole la mimi ni ule chuma leo bana.
When is Bochunga on an interview? I've seen your reputation precedes. Welcome to Goldchild Media Institute, where talent meets opportunity. This is the place where your media dreams come alive. And guess what? We've got something for everyone. Do you love the camera? We offer videography and photography classes. Action! Shoot! Take. Jesus. Nimepiga nani picha. And for those who love music production, yes, we have the course. Mpaka wale wama chiki anguka sound and graphic design. And trust me, this is just the start. We offer so much more. Over here at Goldchild, it's all practical learning, no boring theory. Basically, here at Goldchild Media Institute, we prepare you with the real skills for you to thrive in the real world.
At Goldchild, I feel like a pro already.
Enroll today by dialing the number on the screen and find us in Nairobi Development House, 11th floor. Yo saya disco unavaa si ile saa tumejua. How can my watch be expensive than yours? It's not even adding up. Leo umekuja na za ya disco. Inua hivi kidogo.
My friend, this is a very
Korir, ebu zoom in hapa. Ona.
This is a very expensive watch. Yeah, very. This is Casio G-Shock. This is according to social media. Yeah, not according to me. Okay. According to social media, this watch costs about, I think I saw 400,000 or 700,000. But this is a very important watch to me. I tell you a small story. Okay. My first watch, I wore it in in 1991. Yeah, I was then in class 6. My first watch.
Okay.
How did I get this watch? My father wanted to motivate me to work harder. Okay? He had seen me, I don't know, he had some watch there. I think it was given by his friend. So I always really liked my father's watch. So once in a while I would wear it and so forth. And then there was this priest called Father Reynard, who is, in where I come from, is like the first leader in our area. It's like the MP. So, in his, so Father Reynard really used to pull his sweater up and so forth and had this very nice watch. So my father told me, okay, he realized that that obsession with a watch. So he told me, if you become number 1, I was always number 3. I never used to beat the other 2 guys who were ahead of us. So I was number 3 and sometimes 4. So he told me, if you become number 1, I'll buy you a watch. My friend, oh, I read, revised, read in one term. I became number 2. But this number 2, my teachers could not allow me to become number 1 because they were wondering how suddenly in one term I have moved from consistent number 3, number 4 to number 1. It's not possible. So I remember it was home science. I had got 88 marks, and I think the other guy got 87 or something like that. For some reason, I ended up having 85. I cannot forget that thing. As a result, the number 1 beat me with 1 mark. So I went home and I cried. Told my dad, I never managed it despite the way I worked hard. There was a time I read at home because we were using, we used to have the tin lamp. You know?
Boy.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. So, you know, the smoke and all that. So I had read until my father told me, go and sleep, because it was about 3 in the morning. Just tell me, go to sleep. So akanihurumia. Akaniambia, okay, you have earned it. So I don't know if he sold his mbuzi or kondo or whatever. He used to be a hustler also there. He had a shop or whatever. He bought me the first watch, which was a Casio. Yeah, it wasn't G-Shock then. It doesn't become a G-Shock then. So the other day, I was on an official trip. Yeah, and I found this Casio on one of the airports, and I bought it myself to remind myself of the first watch I ever wore. So this is very important for me. It's a vintage. It's okay. Even though the amount was like 9,000 shillings, but value-wise in my heart, yeah, it's more valuable than the other watches that are.
This watch is 9,000.
It's about 9,000 yes.
USD.
Kenya shillings. But of course, it
just checking.
Where I bought it was 9,000, but somebody told me the other day he saw it in one of the shops 13,000 and so forth. Depends.
G-Shock.
Yeah, this is a G-Shock.
13,000.
Yeah. How much is it? And where you bought it?
Mi G-Shock yangu tofauti. Mi yangu ni zile zingine, but it's not 9,000, but it's mambo.
Lakini imelete pia.
Ipe imeleta mambo.
Juzi when I watch it, when I owe it, it quickly, it was like 400,000, 700,000. So it has its own problem.
Hii ni shamba hii.
Yeah?
Hiyo ni shamba.
Wakasema ni shamba.
Ile ingine ilikuwa pesa ngapi?
The other one was expensive. Yeah, let me just say the truth, because
nothing but the truth.
There's no point of lying. That is not the truth. But it is not the cost that people present on social media, and the reason is because it was sold to me by my friend. Okay, there are 2 watches that keep popping in the social media. The first one, yeah, I bought it. Not as expensive as they talk about it. The second one, a friend of mine came and said, because he saw the other on social media, he came and told me, I sell watches. Yeah? Do you want me to sell you Rolex? I said, yeah, why not? Yeah? He said, yeah. He sold me at a third of the price. Yeah, 30% of the price that is being used on social media, or thereabout. And he even gave me time to pay it slowly. No, that's true. That is true. And so recently I asked him, my friend, first you put me in trouble. And I'm sure he's watching. I hope he's watching. So I told him, my friend, you put me in trouble. But most importantly, why did you sell me this watch this cheaper than what people are saying about the watches in the market? He told me, I wanted to keep it for myself. But I didn't want to also to give you for free. I wanted you to feel like, you've spent something and valuable to you to take this watch. So, of course, he told me, yes, it is true. It is costing as high as some of the figures that I see on social media. So, Obinna, let me tell you something. In life, in this life that we live in, there are things that sometimes are vanity that you find yourself, you end up buying. For example, shoes. My wife, if we travel to her to a shop after church, and there's good shoes that are somewhere, she will tell me, hey, don't look that side, turn this way. In fact, now my children know. We go together, even the smallest ones, say, Dad, don't look at that side, look at this way. Why? Because they know if I see a good shoe, I may forget that I was supposed to go and buy unga and buy the shoe. So you get yourself at home and you're like, the things that you wanted to buy that are very primary to you, why did you leave it and you go and buy something else? The truth, and I don't want to lie to you, the truth is that every human being, including yourself, there is that thing that diverts you away from using the resources you have to invest on something better. I appreciate the comments that have come from Kenyans to say, why are you wearing an expensive watch or an expensive shoes? And it is true. Had I taken this money, perhaps to invest in money market, to buy something in bonds and so forth, maybe it would have had me interest and move and do something else. Had I used that money to expand my avocado farm, maybe I would earn a few dollars by exporting those avocados and so forth. But once in a while in life, I really want to tell all Kenyans that have faulted me for wearing those watches that is my weakness. But I am willing to correct myself, because there is a verse in the Bible that says, if there is something that makes you to sin, if your eye makes you to sin, remove it. If your hand makes you to sin, it better be cut out. If a watch or a certain type of shoes are going to make the people I serve, distract their attention from the key things that I must be held account to, and perhaps divert attention of a citizen or a family member or whatever, I have said this to my friends, that watch can stay. Yeah?
But yours is not the problem, the watch or the shoe. The problem is the money.
The money of that watch.
Where are you getting the money to spend it? Because you have a lot of money that most people can't explain where it's coming from, and that's where the problem. People don't mind you wearing whatever.
Yeah.
But when you can't explain, that's when be like, wait a minute. For example, let's just do a quick check. What's the most expensive shoe you have in your closet?
Most expensive shoe might be 70,000, 80,000.
Belt?
Belt 40, 50.
Never belt here 50,000.
Well, I want to be honest with you, yes.
Okay.
But I don't need to wear 2 belts in 2 years. 1 belt is enough. How many belts do you want?
Mimi niko na tatu za 50.
Hapana, wewe ujui nunua belt moja ya 50,000, lakini nunua ya kupendua. Brown upande huu, black upande huu. Wewe ujui bwana. Na itakuwa ni quality. Sasa ukiturn the brown side, people think you have another belt.
Nipige tu hiyo 50.
Yeah.
Nikupange. Haya, the most expensive watch you have?
That which I bought with my own money.
Yes.
Well, it was almost like, I think if I remember well, because it's time now, it's about 900,000 or something, watch, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it was, I think, summary of that, yeah.
Yeah. So if we do the quick math, for example, of this expensive watch, then the belt ya 50,000 to 950, then tucheze na viatu. Umesema viatu ni 80.
Yeah.
Let's round it off to 100.
Yeah.
So let's say 1.1 something.
Yeah.
Someone can leave the house anatembea hivi.
Yeah.
Unajua kutoka juu mpaka chini, amevaa kitu kama 1.5 because bado hujahesabu shati.
Uvai yote safari moja? Wewe ujui?
Oh, sasa sina ndajuaje.
Yeah, usivai yote safari moja, unapanga.
Ukitoka na saa ya 1 million
expensive unavaa hii suit yako kidogo ya 20 or 30,000. So ile ingine
una balance. So nakupata. So tuseme hii ndo siku umetoka na saa ya 900.
Yeah.
Then umevaa suit ya 30,000.
Yes.
Tuko 930.
Maybe something, yeah.
Nini ingine?
Yeah.
Tai?
Tai ni kitu kidogo 20 hivi.
Yeah. 20,000.
Yeah, there about.
Unavaa? Okay.
Sikia, that watch ukinunua, and let me tell you something that somebody told me, because I'm now obsessed with these things and studying and so forth.
Okay.
If you buy watch, hiyo ya 900,000, you wear it for 20 years.
So you divide by the years.
You don't keep saying, mwezi ujao, another one, you know, something like that.
Okay.
Aya, if you buy your shoe, a nice shoe, you wear it for 2 years. Okay? If you buy a good belt, and I told you ununue yenye kupendua upande
wa umesema unanipea 50,000.
Unavaa hiyo 2 years.
Yeah. Okay. So this is where I was going.
Na bado unang'ara tu
Okay. So this is where I was going.
Alafu unatafuta time nzuri na shine hivi
ya 30,000.
15 20 inang'ara.
Tai.
Unasurvive nayo.
Wacha tusiingie personal. Haya.
But to be very honest, Obinna, I was free to tell you this story. Maybe I've even forgot myself that we are in other people are watching. I'm free to tell you this story because
so niadjustia kama ikako kidogo.
Okay.
Hivi.
Hivi.
Kama tilt. No. Okay, straight. No, this one hold here. Hold this one. Then weka straight.
Sijajua hii sana so nime.
Sasa Rubea amefanya nini? Acha ni kuadjustia kidogo.
Okay.
Unajua umeongea juu ya tai. Acha nishike tai ya 30,000.
Hii si ya 30.
Oh, hii ni ya 50.
Hii leo. Leo kwa sababu nimekuja na G-Shock, nimekuja na ya 15 or so.
Oh, hii ni ya 15,000.
Yeah. Sasa you are saying, I was telling you why.
Tiny 15.
That's what I was saying. What I was trying to tell you is that, you know, sometimes I find it very unfortunate, that you appoint somebody a cabinet secretary, okay? You're a former senator. You know, a senator in a month, would earn certain good amount of money, a lawyer who runs business, a farmer who has export of cash crops and so forth, like I do, a few investment here and there. Now, you appoint them to office, okay? They buy maybe one piece of a tie, one trouser here, or one whatever, or in his obsession, he has exported his few avocados here and there, buys himself a good watch or something like that. And you have so many public officers who have far much more valuables. And then an entire conglomeration of a country reduces himself to discussing this watch, to this shoe, to this tie, to this whatever. Do you know one thing I'm very proud of, Obinna? That in 2 years I've kept my vow that I was not going to engage myself in corrupt activities, that I was not going to involve myself in scandals. Do you know when people are feeling sad for me? Many people have called me, feeling very sad for me. That, oh, why are people discussing one watch? Why are people discussing your shoe? And I've told them one thing. There is a silver lining in this discussion. And the silver lining is this. It is 2 years down the line, nobody, not a single person, has accused me of corruption.
Si ulipatwa Dubai na pesa ngapi? Ulishikwa Dubai. Ulikuwa Dubai na 200, was it 200 million USD?
I think it was 210.
You think or you know? You think what you don't
300. Know. Was it 210?
Ulikuwa na pesa ngapi Dubai?
Tumeambiwa 200 million. Did they say 200, I think?
Ilikuwa 280 million. Was it USD or Kenya shillings?
USD. I think USD. 210 million USD. Hey! Do you know how many pickups are those?
I have no idea. Never.
I think that would be about 3 or 4 pickups of dollars.
I wonder how you know.
So how do you carry?
Pickup.
No, I've had to do a calculation of weight and what, because of course I saw it on social media.
Ziweka kwa bag.
I see it on social media.
Ama ulikuwa nazo wapi?
If you have to carry that amount of money, you would need the entire, I don't know, a whole section of a plane to carry it. And I think, my friend, you can't even pass a hotel like this with that money.
Ulishikwa Dubai. Tuanzie hapo.
Dubai ya Kenya. Because you know, when they were saying nimeshikwa kwa Dubai, I was in Nairobi. So, when even the president was being asked that this week your minister alishikwa nini. So I don't know, Dubai, you mean Dubai, United Arab Emirates, or Dubai somewhere in Kenya? I think let's be serious.
So
let's a bit more serious. I mean, really, you know what? By the time we pick any social media stories that even doesn't have a name, it doesn't have a face, it doesn't have a reporter, you know, I am used to that. I am absolutely used to fake news.
So what's the biggest amount of money you might beba cash?
By law, you cannot be allowed to carry more than 1 million shillings out of the country.
No, not by law.
Yeah.
If you're thinking what I'm thinking.
If you, to carry cash to where? Within the country?
Yeah, let's talk about within the country.
Within the country, maybe 1.5, 2 million.
Cash EV?
Yeah.
Dollars?
Not dollars, Kenya shillings. To get dollars here is not a joke. It's not easy. I do some few exports here and there. It's very difficult.
Could travel out?
You travel out, the maximum you can take, because nowadays, you know there is law. So if you carry cash, you get to some countries, they will write for you. You have to declare. You have to declare amount of money, and sometimes it's illegal to get to carry. The most I've carried in my ever travel since I was born is about $10,000. The most, and to countries where you know maybe your card will not work and so forth. One day we went for a trip. I was in Senate to country X. Let me not say where it was. And then I went with a friend of ours. We reached there, my friend. Our cards refused. Yeah, we booked the hotels online, but the card refused. We were in trouble. We could not call. We could not. It was past banking hour in Kenya. We could not get to the hotel. We tried. For some reason, one of our colleagues, his card went through. Yeah, we went and squatted in his room to survive.
That watch for 900,000?
Yeah.
That part?
Yeah.
Is when it could have come through.
That watch, I would have taken the cash or sell it or give out to somebody.
Okay. Yeah. So
I'm actually told by those people who collect watches that if you keep this watch for a number of years, the value will go up. So I hope so. I hope it's not like Mercury.
There are a few collectibles
have you operated in Nairobi and then you are told, unapata mtu, you know, for us who came from village to the city, so when I first came to the city, unapata mtu anakuambia Mercury, mtu anakuita, because they know unakaa mshamba anakuambia niko na Mercury hapa, ni ya pesa sijui ngapi. So sometimes people tell you that a watch will appreciate and then maybe it is like that Mercury. I hope it's not...
No,
one of those
some
tokens.
do. There are collectibles that do.
Yeah.
Like Rolexes are very few and they are...
I'm told so. And I hope also my Rolex is genuine. Because I hear it's now suffering a lot of...
You've just said that for the last 2 years, you've not engaged in any corrupt situation?
For my entire life.
Or your entire life?
My entire life.
But during the Express, when the president was being engaged, you are being mentioned as being amongst the most corrupt CSS.
I have never.
Na kuona hivi wanasema ukigoogle corrupt picha Murkomen, boom.
I've never. I am, as I told you, everybody is entitled to their opinion. Okay. But I have never come too closer to anything called corruption. Yeah. Yeah. You know, when people see you are managing such a certain ministry, yeah, the quickly thing comes to mind is that it must be stealing money. But let me tell you something. You see the person who always thinks about other people stealing money, it is what is in their head. Because they believe if I was in that position, ningebeba ningechota kitu.
So hujabeba kitu?
Never.
Ni salary yako tu?
And I will not.
Umesema luku umekuwa unapiga ukiwa hata senator juu ya salary.
My friend, the same places I have gone, even in the Senate, in town here to buy clothes, it's the same places. It never changed.
Kwani Okia Omtata alipangwi?
Analipwa, but maybe anaweka pesa yake kwa...
Because gari anaendesha, manguo anavaa, but ni senator.
I know his salary is higher than mine.
Okia Omtata?
Yes, almost twice.
But he ana watch ya 900,000.
He might have chosen to invest in a farm in Busia.
But you also have a farm of avocado.
That's what I'm saying. He might have chosen to invest in something else. My friend, I know friends that, when they go for a weekend somewhere, wanasema blue level, sijui 20-year-old, 30-year-old. Everybody has their own way of investing their resources. Yeah. So I cannot vouch for how another person uses his resources. And by the way, given 1 million, you and me, yeah, each one of us will invest differently. Maybe you'll go to land. Maybe I'll go to money market.
No,
I'm just saying, I'm giving an example.
Yeah?
Too. Another person.
Above the head. Anguka nayo.
So all of us have a different ways of spending what we have.
Okay.
I think that because, and I'm now more conscious and knowledgeable about what's happening, because Kenyans don't want me to wear certain watches and certain shoes. That's a small price to pay so that I concentrate on doing my job.
So you'll never wear the watch for 900,000?
Let it stay. My sons can wear, or my... Or I can, donate to somebody else. Lete pesa bana.
Wacha maneno.
Lete pesa. Ndakukatia.
I'm missing 900,000. So you came out and you called on all public servants and state officers to be audited.
I agree. I believe in it.
Why are you not the first?
I'm ready.
Do we start with you?
Yes. So any day. In any case, we make our financial declaration every day. Why am I not
make other ninis? Si mambo inafanya namna hii namna.
I am ready to be audited.
Okay.
Yeah. Just provide the legal framework, or the standards, or the form, or whatever, or send me on WhatsApp. I will answer every question.
Okay.
Do you know the paradox, Obinna? I didn't want to say this further. Where I live, okay? Where I live.
In Nairobi ama Ushago?
Let me just use like Nairobi.
Okay.
Yeah? Is many, many times more than the watch, the cost. Okay? Took me about 10 years to buy and build. Okay? The car I used to drive, I used to drive. Let me say I used to, because I use government car now. Okay. It's a GK car. The car I used to drive, and which is still at my home, is many times more expensive than this watch. Yeah? Yet, when people discuss these things about me, when I went to Parliament, I declared that I was worth 550 million. Yeah? My total worth. It is in public domain. It's not a secret. Yeah? I provided, they asked me which assets, which whatever, what are you doing, and so forth. I provided that information. It is easy to audit me because it's just a progression from the 550, where are you now? Where have you gone, and what did you do? I went to become a cabinet secretary. How much loan did I take? What have I invested in? What has it come back to me? How much salary do I have, and so forth? It's very easy.
Okay.
It is.
Aye. You used to live in Kutunyi's house. Ama Kutunyi's wife used to give you money.
No, I think it will be unfair to discuss somebody's wife or somebody's family. Yeah.
We're just discussing that part because I mentioned it in the interview. Then ukaruka 50 foot. You didn't even give the flowers. Ukasema yenyewe mulinisaidia na fare ama mukunipea fare. So hiyo ilikuwa story ya...
No, I really want not to discuss Honorable Kutunyi, but he was my client. The relevant period of time that he's discussing was my client.
Okay.
And I provided proper legal services to him.
Okay.
And to his family members. That remains confidential between me and him.
Okay.
And the few legal fees he paid me, because he was a member of parliament and I was an upcoming advocate, I just joined parliament. The few legal fees he paid me, I put it into good use.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your beef with Cherargei?
I don't have a beef. He was my student. He was like that even in class. Yeah. He was always, I don't have any beef with him. Cherargei, that is his personality. He was that active in class. He wanted to look and sound different. And I have nothing personal with him.
So while you're enjoying this special episode, I'd also like to let you know that the show is still powered by Mozart Bet, and I'd like you to download it on App Store and download it on Play Store. And also, if you want a quicker way to get in there, my name, Obinna N. Just as a message to the number on the screen, and when you get to do so, you get to try the good side of life, the best gaming odds this holiday season, and also there's a Vieta in there. And also you can get to try your hand on the jackpot casino. 2 million shillings is up for grabs waiting for you. So how about that? How about you get to try your hand on Mozart Bet? Pesa yako inatoka wapi?
Bina, my friend. Wale kuambia vitu tatu.
Okay. One.
Number one. Usiniulize pesa yangu inatoka wapi.
Number two.
Kwa sababu mimi nimehangaika ya kutosha. Ukiniona hivi, my brother, hakuna kitu sijafanya hii dunia.
Umeua?
Sijaua mtu.
Umesema hakuna kitu.
Naomba Mungu nisiwahi fika mahali.
Okay.
That's why unaona niko kanisani wanasema natoa 20 million.
Okay.
Because nimefanya mambo mengi hii dunia.
Number two.
Nimefanya kazi ya makaa, nimefanya kazi ya matatu, nimefanya kazi ya matunda, nimefanya kazi ya nini, nimefanya kazi ya shamba. Mpaka penye niko leo. Halafu unaniambia ati nisifai nguo inakaa hivi, nisifai viatu inakaa hivi, nisifai saa inakaa hivi. Acha nikwambie Obinna, before uniulize maswali. Mimi napenda vitu zote. Vitu ngapi? Yenye napenda mimi. One, napenda viatu. Napenda magari. Na napenda saa. It's up to you.
Okay. Lakini bado hujanijibu.
Rudia swali.
Umesema nisikuulize pesa yako imetoka wapi? So nimemove from hiyo. So nakuuliza 20 million.
Acha nikujibu.
How do you manage to give?
Acha nikujibu. Pesa yangu inatoka kwa biashara.
Okay.
Makosa umefanya kwanza leo.
Okay.
Umekuja usiku.
Okay.
Ukuja mchana kwa hii compound peke yake. Niko na biashara kwa hii compound. So ulifanya makosa kuja usiku, ningekuonesha ninafanya nini.
Okay.
Na nitakueleza ilianzia wapi na nimefikisha wapi.
Okay.
Ulisa ingine ndio.
20 million unatoka kwa kanisa. How is that possible?
My brother, ni ukumbafu ya hali ya juu sana kusema nilitoa 20 million.
Okay.
How can I give 20 million? From where? Mimi, Obinna, leo umekuwa rafiki yangu.
Okay.
Ukiniambia kesho uko na function kule kwenu, nimetafutwa na bishop, nimetafutwa na pastor, nimetafutwa na father. Kuna kazi tunatufanya ya kanisa, father wetu andaka gari, bishop wetu andaka tujenge kanisa, pastor wetu andaka tumjenge nyumba ya kuishi. Haimaanishi wewe ndio umetoa hiyo pesa kama Obinna. Sudi nitafutie 300. Na nitafutie watu marafiki wengine wawili wa 100 20 wangapi? Wewe uko na marafiki zaidi ya 20. Are you going to you want to tell me you're not going to raise 20 million? That 20 million they said I give only 3 million shillings from my friends.
Okay.
Listen, Obinna, and let us be genuine and Kenyans.
Okay.
Tuache upuzi ya ujinga yenye tunajingisha. I raise from my friends, from my small enterprises, businessmen, about 7 million shillings. Me myself, I raise about another 6 million or 7 million na marafiki yangu. The church, village church they raise another 7 million. Tukafika hapo. But when I was counting, jameni tumechanga pesa fulani. 1, 2, milioni 21. And then they say, Oscar Sudi, give out 20 million.
Okay. So hiyo 20 million haikuwa yako, ilikuwa mlikuwa mmeichanga collective?
Haikuwa 20 million haikuwa yangu. Na unajua Obinna, I can tell you for free. Mimi nimechanga ya kutosha kwa makanisa sana. Through my friends. In fact, I was going to raise another 100 million for my pastors and bishops for this county.
Huh?
Yes. Na nilikuwa na marafiki from Dubai. From where? Nilikuwa nimepanga. Yes, ile ninakuja kuambia Obinna, wewe ni mwanabiashara, my brother, Mungu atakusaidia. Give me 5 million. Nenda kwa mwingine naambia give me 7 million. So because of what happened,
okay,
so let us stop that thing for quite some time.
Okay.
Yeah. Lakini haimaanishi ati mimi nilitoa 20 million from Sudi accounts kuchanga kwa kanisa.
Okay.
No, that was a lie. Ndio ilikuwa hiyo namna alikuwa amepanga yote kupendua serikali. Unajua Sudi ni rafiki ya rais, alifanya hivi. Unajua Murkomen akafanya hivi. Ishungwa alifanya hivi. Ule mtu wangu wa Molo, my friend, no.
And mambo ilichemuka. And one Kasmuel Makore went and did a speech, and a lot of you guys did not like it because it was not what you wanted him to say. And since then, he's been receiving a lot of backlash and a lot of heat. And one Gaucho was not seen there doing the public participation. And also, he's been a bit silent kidogo on what is happening. Watu wako like, ai, kwani huyu kunendaje? Since a few of the people from his party were given some powerful positions, wakenda wakanyamaza. So sorry ziko zile za, kwani kuliendaje? Kwani what happened? So I'm hosting them, we're having a conversation. Now we've just heard from Gaucho, tumesikia ideology zake, what he prefers. Now we have Kasmuel Makore, the man of the hour, the myth, the legend, Tomboy Amwitu. You've seen that name?
I've seen it, man.
Umeona Tomboy Amwitu?
I've seen it, but you know, I think it's actually really nice if that's it, because I never wanted to associate myself with that tag. I just want to be myself. So if it's a clone or whatever, then that means it's a bit of authenticity to myself.
Okay.
But also it could be high praise, because why would that be the reference? Yes. Why not any other person? Yeah.
Shape ya nywele.
Whatever it is.
Uko na Peugeot 544.
Niko na Pro Box.
Uko na Pro Box. So, how have you been since Friday?
Salama. As good as
Umekukilala
can
wapi?
be. Hapo afande. Afande, please.
Umekukilala wapi kijana? Wanasema mkutafuta kwako hakupati?
Demi yako niliona hapo alikwambia ati stima zimepotea. Nikamwambia tuma haraka. Kulipo kazi Kenya.
Hey man. Wamesema kutoka nini? Kutoka last week Friday wanakuona haupatikani, ma interviews tu uko ndani. How are you taking it though?
Because salama, as I've always been.
Okay.
Yes, because you know, for me, this period has always been ebb and flow.
Yeah.
Ebb and flow. It's never been. It's normal. It's just that now it's up to scale, but it's nothing new.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. You've seen the hate on social media.
I have.
Are you planning to get away from social media?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't warrant it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've not seen anything substantial or substantive
Okay.
that would make me want to leave social media. I mean,
Okay.
if it gets to a point where I feel like social media is useless for me, then I'll exit. But for now, it still works pretty well for me.
A lot of people didn't want me to host you today.
Right.
Do you think I made the right decision?
I don't know, man.
I'm gonna get cancelled because of you, bro. I'm gonna get cancelled. You're gonna give me one of your suits, bro. I want your suit. I want that tie. I want your cologne, bro. Let's go to a look.
Man.
Yeah.
I don't know. You'll tell me after the end of the interview if you made a good decision.
Nah.
Yeah.
Only God knows.
Only God knows.
Only
for sure.
God knows, bro.
Right.
You know, our future is written
It is.
by only God. Yeah. So you're here. So let's address the elephant in the room.
Right.
You were bought.
No.
What happened?
No, I have not yet been bought. And
you were coached with a couple of people, according to what they are saying.
Right.
You were coached, someone called you their son, then they saw you with Robert Alai, and then somehow you are being spruced up somehow. Then when you got on the podium, you said a couple of things that are going left instead of going right. And a lot of people are like, sell out, traitor,
Right.
So, let's paint a picture of that day, how the day was, what time you got up, where you went, who you met, until by the time you're speaking.
Right. So I had an interview at, it must have been K24. I had an interview at K24. I had an 8 a.m.
Okay.
And we were speaking about the impeachment of the Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua.
Okay.
And I was on a panel with a guy called Kennedy and Dr. Isaac Hassan.
Okay.
And I was saying that the state of the nation was so bad as things stood, to the point where the interview felt like an echo chamber because we all agreed on whatever the motion was. And I remember when they were rolling the clips of the public participation, I was very curious. I asked...
Just a minute before you continue. That is a very wrong poll that you guys have put. Delete it immediately. The poll is this. Do you support Gachagua's impeachment alone, Gachagua and the president, or none of the above? That is what the poll should be. Sorry about that. Yeah? Gachagua alone, Gachagua and the president alone, or none of the above?
Rigathi Gachagua ni kama silaha yao. Unasikia hapo? Hawangeenda pale kuitisha development kwa Raila Amolo Odinga. Hata kama wangeenda kisirisiri. Lakini sisi, for example, Rigathi Gachagua angekuwa Jaluo, wewe ungetuoja hapo? Uko na kike tungekuja? Atungekuja juu. Leo ni Tuesday, tungekuwa na maandamano. Rigathi Gachagua angekuwa Jaluo. Rigathi Gachagua angekuwa Jaluo, hata sometime mimi ningekuwa ndani. Juu last time mimi nilitafutwa sana na best yangu Kimbi. Tulilala kwa mtaro. Mimi na Kimbi. Tulilala kwa mtaro juu ya baba Raila Amolo Odinga. Nikaenda maandamano. Mimi sijawahi shikwa kwa maisha yangu. Lakini nilitoroka nikalala nje, nilikuwa nataka nipigania baba pate. Lakini kitu baba anaenda naye, baba anasahau. Hata Biblia inasema just remind them. So lazima tumwambie baba usikasirike. Najua umesema ni best wako. Ni best wako, hata wewe ni best wa nini huyo mama Aida.
Yeah.
But mwambie ukweli, kama ukweli nitafanya tukufe, wacha tukufe. Umejua Biblia imeandikwa ati usilie kama wale wana hope, lakini there's a life after death.
Hallelujah.
Unasikia? There's life after what? After death. Hata waniue juu nasema kweli support gani Gachagua, but nangoja wale wataniua binguni. Wanaingia pale na Mungu ako pale. Wana sababu gani yule akidisonga sana alikuwa anasema kweli. Na tetea mpaka wewe. Nakumbuka last time mjukuu ndio uleta hiyo topic huko.
Yeah.
Walikuwa nataka toe tax. Bila sisi leo hii taa ungekuwa inawaka hapa. I'm telling the truth.
That's so true. I actually agree with that. And I recognize that and I appreciate that.
Kabisa. Sasa ukisikia watu wa Jakaranda wanalia pale, Obinna, sisi kuna wengine wamesoma, kuna wengine kuna hata malawyers pale, madaktari, walimu. Lakini unapata mimi nalia Luoland. Rigathi Gachagua, masaa Yesu alikuwa anaingia Jerusalem, haleluya. Ulifanya history? Siari, I'm sorry. Ulifanya siari. The reason why Yesu alilia akiingia Jerusalem, unajua? Ujui. Masaa Yesu aliingia Jerusalem, alilia dhambi. Ilikuwa Jerusalem. Akiingia. Lakini unapata Rigathi Gachagua masaa aliingia Suba, alisema nini? Kama unafuata politics,
Aliona mateso.
Alimwambia Mbadi, ukianza kazi anza na hapa.
Yeah.
Na Mbadi ni mtu amekuwa MP for 15 years.
Akadeliver hewa na nothing.
Akadeliver hewa. Vile mjukuu besi yangu anasema. Wewe unasema hapa, unasema uko kwa pesa. Pesa inalala umabina kusaidia na nini? Hata wewe at least ukipata pesa unanunua suit. Naona umeng'ara. It means hata wewe ungewekwa Minister of Finance, hii building yako ingekuwa kubwa kuliko hapa. At least ungekuja hapa tunapiga content, tunajiuza hapa. Juu ni platform kubwa sana. na Mbadi anatusaidia na nini? Mimi nasema bwana, unaona Ruto ni smart. Ruto ni smart. I'm telling you the truth. Obinna, one time utakumbuka kidi zonga. Leo ni Tuesday. Tarehe na nani ama? Utanikumbuka sana. Ruto ameweka baba Raila Amolo Odinga kwa mtego. Kumbuka kienda Nyeri before waanze mambo impeachment ya Gachagua. Alisema saa hii tuko, alikuwa anaitwa Sakayo ama ni aje? Akasema saa hii tuko tax collector wangapi? 5. Alisema hakusema. Tafuta hiyo clips kesho. Utapata tax collector namba 1 ilikuwa John Mbadi. Namba 2 Opiyo Wandayi. Namba 3 Wycliffe Oparanya. Namba 4 Joe. Namba 5 the men ni Ruto. Walikuwa tax collector ngapi? 5. Unaona hapo? Akatoka hapo. Saa hii Ruto atasema Raila ndiye alimfanya asifanyie wa Kenya kazi. Nasikia hapo? Alafu hata wewe mwenyewe utaleta mtu hapa sema hivi na wewe mwenyewe utakubali.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the chairman Oga Obinna. I'm currently at Dignity Furniture. This is our branch in Syokimau. That's Mombasa Road. I'm inspecting the sale that is ongoing. Crazy sale on a lot of items. Check this out. Come with me. Yo, you cannot be living in a mansion. You're living in a mansionette or you're living in a bungalow and you don't have this. First of all, let's start with this one. Look at the balcony seat. I'm outside in the garden somewhere. Check out these ones, the bar stools. They look like that. Amazing. Look at the prices, man. This is just 16,000 only. It's on a sale, man. Check it out. And also, you can decide and get the swings. The swings are at half price. Check it out. The swings are at half price, all this. Check it out. Woo! That's a sale right there. Woo! Half price. Woo! Think about it. Your balcony can never look any better than this. This is the way to go. Or yet, come this side. Let me show you now. You see the top grass? Now this is the setting that you can have in your area. See the setup. All of these seats, you can have them in your balcony area, you can have them in the garden, you can have them in the veranda. Even the potted plants. Check it out. See this one for only 19,000. Let me chuma baba. Check this. For only 23,000. It was 26, now it's 23,400. Woo. Yep. This one is rotating. Yeah. Kama wewe mso umependa life kama mimi. Unajibamba tu. Because why not? Why not? Do you know why we grow old? Because we stop our children behaviors. Ati sasa unataka kukua so uptight nini. Bruh, life is for the living. Enjoy it. I want to show you the most affordable recliner seats you can get a deal on. You see this one? 6-seater for only 130,000. Check it out. And it comes on all these colors. There's this one, and then there's this one, and it comes with this set as well, this side. Check it out. There's this one, and there's this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7-seater for 149. 6-seater for 130. It's a recliner. It's over here. It has a sale. It's called Toronto Recliner Set. Karibu niseme recliner. Najua tayari huku niko Ukambani bwana. Huku ni Syokimau. This is Dignity Furniture, the Syokimau branch. Piti hapa. Come and upgrade your life, man. Check this out, man. Alafu napita na maua kama hii. Nekapo kanenda ka smart.